right, hi guys, how's it going? All right, I know I'm on a little bit early tonight. I just wanted to get going. Been working on some reviews. Wanted to see if anybody's gonna file in. I think they're not really looking for it this early, but I thought I would go on for a little bit, see what you guys are up. Hey Brent, how's it going? So what's up? What's happening? Hey Joseph, how's it going? All right. Yeah. No, I stayed home tonight. It was a little bit warm. It was in like the high 80s, so I have been staying home working on some stuff. Just did a couple of reviews and been trying to keep up on some of this new stuff. Yeah, it wasn't really muggy here, but we're gonna be in like the high 80s for the next week or so. So it's not extremely hot, but it's not gonna be cool at the same time. So I have been trying to stay hydrated, stay cool, and yeah, that's why tonight I'm not having like any main thing or anything like that. But I was drinking tonight. I am drinking my C4. It doesn't get extremely cold. We do get like into the maybe 30s sometimes when it gets really cold, but it doesn't snow here. So it can get chilly. But once the weather starts cooling down, maybe we'll just get a little bit of rain. I don't know. Anyways, but that's what I am looking at. So anyways, yeah, I was trying this one. This is apparently this limited time classic lemonade from C4, limited edition. So check that one out, try it as well. And let's see, I did get a couple of things. Yeah, Ohio. I stayed one summer there years ago, back in like the 70s. So not particularly interested in heading back there. All right, so I did I sent away for a couple of things from a place called, I think this one's called Extreme Snacks, and some of these are gonna be, I'll be doing them in future reviews, and this one is kind of cool. Showman. This one's called berry lemon cream soda. So that's what I actually put. One of the newest poll was, what's your favorite kind of cream soda, brand and or color? I know they have the red, they have the blue, they have different brands, different flavors. They have the light to dark, all that stuff. And this one's going to be a berry lemon cream soda, which is different. I don't know how that's going to come into play. Oh, and I still have this one. I have to try this one. This is a Pepsi Cola from Japan. Different one. And I found another one. This one, I think this is an import from like, I don't know, Thailand. It's I believe it's a fruit punch or orange. Yeah, fruit punch Red Bull. I think I've seen the bubble gum. I know Fago has like a cream soda, and I think they have a bubble gum flavor. But yeah, this one's Red Bull fruit punch, imported. So that one's going to be interesting to try. I got a couple other. Yeah, Fago. I don't know. Can't get that out here. I can send away for it. I actually had it. I tried a couple. It's tough to find. You can get them from import sites, but they don't really stock it here. I don't know why. Yeah, it's mostly, I guess, Midwest, East Coast. Bigger over there. Okay, and I got this one. I will try this one eventually. This is banana milk. Got that one. It was just, these were on sale. Some of them were like on sale. So I got like a banana milk and a little particular thing there. And finally, this one's going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna have the guts to try this one, but I will. This one is durian cider is what this one is actually called. And in the picture it was supposed to have little bits floating in there, but I guess I don't know. But this is going to be durian flavored soda. Like I said, this is a stinky Tanatsu Inuro. This is durian cider. So that one will be interesting to try. Because apparently the durian's really stinky, but supposed to taste okay if you can get past the smell. I don't know what the cider's going to be like, but I will try it. I don't know. I won't know until I try it. All right. So that's the drinks that I got from them. Here's another one. I actually tried some of these. They were interesting to try. Import from Australia. This one was cool. This is a Monster Munch. Sweet and spicy, flamin' hot. They're little monster paws or alien. I don't know what you want to call them. I tried one. It was a pickled onion a little while ago. This one's kind of cool. Yes, this is sweet and spicy, flamin' hot. Kind of like the Cheetos paws, I guess. So I got that was an import as well. That one was kind of cool to try. Let's check that one out. Let's see. I think I will show you the big guns. These were interesting to try. I know if you guys are familiar with the spicy noodles, the two-time noodles. I've done a few of the two-time noodles from the Samyang. They have the ramen noodles, the two times noodles. What is this? Cheese and all that kind of stuff. You know, they've got it like in the regular packs where you can make them, and then they got the kind in the bowls. And I think they've even got spicy sauce. I've tried those. I've tried handicap. But apparently now they have come out with the Buldak brand has come out with, ready for this one? They have come out with spicy potato chips. This one's called Quattro Cheese. And you got the chicken with the flamin' potato chips. So spicy chicken, but they're potato chips. And that's just, but wait, show them some Nava stuffs. Show them some Nava stuffs. All right, I will. Shut up. Got another one. They got habanero lime. So yes, habanero lime as well for the chips. I know I've tried the habanero lime ramen, but wait, there's more. If you act now, they have another one. They've got the original. The original flamin' chicken. They also have the two-time noodles. The two-time noodles are very flavorful, but also very spicy. They actually have an original one, and then they got a black label one. But yes, they have these. They have 3 different flavors in the Bulldog brand, and I can attest they are a little bit spicy. I actually went to a thing called Extreme Snacks. They were running a special. You can get, I believe it was all, I got all 3 bags. It was like, I don't know, it's like $15 for all 3 bags. But you have to pay for shipping, and I got it with all the other things as well. So you can check that out. I don't know, they may have them. I don't know if they're gonna be like available everywhere. They're gonna be in the stores. They're gonna be in the import markets. I think they're fairly new. So I just happened to catch them online. And they were like, I don't know, $6 a piece. Or like I said, I got a 3-pack. Yeah, I've had the ramen. I've had the 2 times. I've had the cheese. I've had the habanero lime, all kinds of different ones. Hey, Chef Ken. Hey, Scott. So yeah. Anyways, that was a little bit of stuff I sent away from them. And okay, here's another one. I'm gonna show you guys just fun stuff. They were having a sale. I believe this one was, oh boy, Tea Public. That's where I got this one. Tea Public was having a sale, and I found a couple of cool ones. And if you guys know, you know, there's a couple of movies that I'm like a really big fan of. I couldn't resist this one. I know we were talking about this the other day. Mel Brooks, Blazing Saddles, and all that movies and stuff that they had. Spaceballs, History of the World. I got this one. That says, okay. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. So yes, it's Hedley Lamar. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Give a governor the harumph. Harumph, 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 harumph. We gotta protect our phony baloney jobs. So yes, I got the harumph. I couldn't resist that one. They had some that just had the words on it, but I wanted to get the harumph. And I got it. And this one was cool. I know if you guys are regular on my channel, you know there can be only one movie for me, one of my favorite movies of all times ever. And yeah, you guessed it. That one was okay. So yes, I got the Highlander. You gotta check it. It's the best movie in the world ever. The original Highlander, not the other ones. Music by Queen. Sword fights. All kinds of crazy stuff. Special effects. So yes. Back from it's a movie from the 80s. I believe it was 86. That is it's my favorite movie. Sean Connery. Well, it's different. Basically, I'll run down the story. It's about a group of people that are immortal. Throughout time, they cannot be killed unless they behead another one, and then they get all their power, and they fight to be the last one to in the end, there can be only one. And the whole thing is about everybody questing to be the last one survival to win the prize. And they got music by Queen, soundtrack, and special effects. It's really cool. It's a little cheesy. Back from the 80s, special effects weren't quite what they are, but all in all, it's a good movie. I like it. A little over the top, explosions and all that stuff. So, yeah, check it out. Pretty cool. And they're still working on the reboot, so I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one, but that's what I've heard. So stay tuned for that one. So what else? So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's what I got lately. Like I said, a lot of new stuff is coming out. Just hasn't hit my store yet. I saw something about a new Mountain Dew. I've seen new Lay's flavored chips. I've seen a couple other things as well. I just haven't found them online, and last time I checked, they weren't in the stores. I may have to go tomorrow and check it out, see if they actually do show up in my store. But always on the lookout for it. So yes, I've been trying to track all the new stuff down. And Tazzy's sleeping. Tazzy's over on the floor again. I guess he's hanging out. I don't know, he's weird. He's quiet all the time, but then when I come in here, he wants to come hang with me. I don't know why. Maybe I'll feed him in a little while. He wants something to eat all the time. He wants to bug the heck out of me. So yes, let's see. So if you guys watched today, I did my Little Caesars, or not Little Caesars, Papa John's 5 cheese garlic crust pizza. That is a new one that's out, so you can check that one out. $12.99 is actually not a bad deal. Hi. And when I went back to McDonald's, I got their Happy Meal was back in stock, and I got the same Grimace. So I have 2 Grimace tins now. So anyways, and I've heard some things coming out to McDonald's on the 3rd, I believe. So stay tuned for that. A new sauce and a new Happy Meal again. They're really rotating these Happy Meals. They barely got through the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and now they're going to be doing another new Happy Meal, I guess. So I don't know. They don't seem to last very long. I don't know. Maybe they don't have items as very long. So I'm not sure, but they kind of go quick. I don't think they have a big supply, but it is what it is. So anyways, what do you want, Tessie? Taz, no. Tazzy, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You're driving me nuts. Tazzy, go get your food. You're bugging the heck out of me, Taz. He is just, I don't know, he loves to bug me. Always wants some attentions, always wanting treats and pets and all that stuff. So he's okay. He's got food, he's got water, he's good. He just wants to bug the heck out of me. Whenever I get on here, it's like, pay attention. Hey, what? What are you doing? So I feel this tapping. He's tapping on me. So anyway, let's see what else. Waiting to see. What did I just watched a couple new movies. trying to remember. Watched one called Eeny Meeny, which was all right. What else did I watch? I went back and watched a series I had seen, and I kind of remembered it. It was called Vice Principals. It was only on for 2 seasons, but went back and watched that one. A little bit over the top. So that was a good laugh. I hadn't seen that for a little while. It was a couple of years ago. I was watching that one. What else? Looking to see if there's some new stuff coming out. Still waiting for some of these other. All right, hey Brent, Tazzy. Tazzy's just been bugging the heck out of me, so no big deal. But yeah, also, if you guys haven't taken the poll, I put up a poll. What's your favorite type of cream soda or brand? I know they have red cream soda, blue, they've got regular, they've got dark, they've got light. Lots of different flavors, lots of different brands. Pretty much the popular ones, like A&W. I think Verner's might have one, and I think, well, they got Dad's and Mug. Not personally, but I have seen people walking cats like online. But no, this cat would not walk. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't like any ribbons or anything on him. He would not be walked. He is not a walkable. He's not a walkable cat. He's too freaked out by noises, so he's an indoor cat. He does not get out. Just the way he is. I'd have to drag him, if anything. End up dragging the cat. He flops on the floor all the time. So I'll be petting him, and then he just flops and lays on his side and puts his feet up in the air. So he wouldn't cooperate. Same with Ziggy. Ziggy's like, can't even get Ziggy to the vet. Ziggy will not go into a carrier. Cannot get him in there. Tried to get him to the vet, and he will not go. He hides under a table, or he hides under the furniture. He will not come out. And you try to drag him out. You try to put him in the box. He will not go in the box. He will not do it. He screams bloody murder. So cannot get him to the vet. Tazzy actually went a little while ago, and because he had a little issue, and that was several years ago. But it was a chore to get him into the carrier. So they do not like carriers. They do not like boxes. And I think it's because of Ziggy's got problems with carriers. Because actually what happened was, before we adopted him, someone had left a carrier full of kittens on someone's porch. I guess they said they couldn't care for him, and they left him on the people's porch, and they were like fairly newborn kittens, and they just dropped them off on the front porch, and they were sitting in the carrier for like about an hour in the middle of July, and it was hot, and they were all cooped up in the carrier. So I don't think he's in love with being in a box, at least not a carrier. He will jump in a box if I get like something and I put the box. He likes to play in it, but that's about it. So yeah, he's not keen on carriers. Hi, Tazzy. No, go. Now go. Tazzy, no. Go away now. Taz, stop. Go away. You're driving me nuts. Go lay down. You got a bag over. He's got a bag. He's got a whole rug over there. He's got everything to go. Okay, good. Bye. Well, it was a while ago. No, been many years since the X. Didn't work out, so it is what it is. Really? How old are you? I don't know. Well, I can understand that. I didn't start dating till I was like about 30, so. I hear you. I hear you. I was pretty much the same way. I didn't even start dating until like I think I was like 30 something. Nothing to be ashamed of. I know. I understand. You just you don't get out. Yeah. Well, eventually maybe. Yeah, I hear you. It's tough. Most of them make you feel like you're on an interview. 100 questions, and they are very specific on what they want. Something there was a there was a joke, and it was a story. I'm trying to remember how it goes. Something about the woman goes to she's looking for a husband, and something about she goes into what they call it, the man store. And then they told him, well, the rules are if you go in there, oh, sorry to hear that. Rules are if you go in and this is like 4 floors. You go in on the first floor, and once you go up, you cannot go back down. So they go on the first floor, and then said, here's a bunch of guys, they're average, and they've got okay jobs, and it's all right. And then she saw, well, I don't know, I don't think so. Let's go up the next floor. So she goes up to the next floor, a little bit better looking, a little bit better jobs. And she says, well, I don't know. Let's go up another floor. So they go up another floor, and there's really nice looking guys. They all have, fancy cars and jobs and all that stuff. And she goes, wow, this is pretty good. I don't know. But I think I want to go to the next floor. She goes up to the next floor, and then there's like doctors and millionaires and all that. They got fancy cars and fancy houses, and she's gonna live in the lap of luxury. And she says, well, I don't know. I think I want to go up to the next floor. He says, are you sure you can't go back down? She says, no, I think I want to try. So they go up to the next floor, and basically there's no floor. It's the rooftop. And they said, okay, well, sorry. There you go. You can go now. And she says, what do you mean I can't? I thought I was going to find the perfect man. And she says, well, you know what? The perfect man does never exist. There's nothing up on the top floor. Have a good day. So it just goes to show you that women are always looking for someone perfect, and they often don't get it. So it's kind of a life lesson, kind of a joke, but now I could kind of understand, and people unfairly judging. They don't like certain people. They don't like certain things, and unfortunately, that's how it is. So eventually, maybe you'll find someone. Just keep looking, keep trying. Thanks. Hey, sorry to hear that. I could hear you. I've had Well, I've had my share. People walk away. Just very judgmental, very particular. Some people are a little too picky, a little too it was only 4, and she thought she was going to find Mr. Wonderful on the top floor, and all she found was the exit. So, just goes to show you. I hear you. Yeah, just keep at it. I don't know. Try. I know there are certain websites, there are certain places where you can find people. I don't know. Just keep at it, keep trying. Oh, yeah, believe me, I hear you. Believe me, I hear you. There's lots of picky people, lots of you know, ones that have very high expectations. They don't know what they want until they don't get it. And that's what the point of the story was. Women have high expectations, and they got to realize that there is not ever going to be anyone that's everything they ever want. Yeah. Guess you could David Lee Roth mentality and Barbie's dimensions. Give her a brain. Go ahead. Why not? We could play chess. What about Hooters? Give her the knee shooters. Oh my God, what did I just watched one. Oh, made me feel old. Oh my God, I watched it. It was a fairly new movie, and I started watching it. It was kind of cool. The movie's called Bang, B-A-N-G, and it's like I don't know, like a thriller, and the guy's like, a hero. And he was trying to rescue. Some guy tried to put the hit on him, and he survived it. And then he was trying to survive, and he was under the guise of this guy that was like a Godfather mafia type person that was hiring him to do assassin work. And as I'm watching it, I'm going, wait a minute. The mob boss looks really familiar. And then the more I looked at him, I was like, and this is a fairly recent movie. And the more I looked at him, I'm like, whoa. I couldn't believe it. It was Rob Weller, guy from RoboCop. And he got old. He lost his hair. His face was all sucked up. Didn't look like anything like I remember. I saw him not too long ago. I think he was in one of the Star Trek Beyond or something like that. But yeah, he played the main villain, and I was like, that can't be him, but it was. I was like, wow, he aged. Didn't watch that one, but I was watching that one. The action, explosions, cars blowing up, gunfights, all that fun stuff. And it had, believe it or not, after I found out, it had yeah, it had the guy Sho Kuski's son, Kane Kuski, or Khashoggi, or however you pronounce his last name. He was in there. So yeah, he's following like in his father's footsteps. I know his father did a lot of the ninja movies. So yeah, he was in that one too, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I know that name. That was a decent movie. If you like explosions and blowing up and cars and all that fun, guns and all that kind of stuff. Kind of bad acting, but not too bad. It's just funny to see some of these people that you haven't seen for a while. And like I said, I remember watching RoboCop. and some of those other ones he was in, and I was like, whoa. So I'd buy that for $1. And I love the one, Bitches Leave. And then they took off. They remade it. They made it like, oh, it was like 2016 or 18, I think they did. A newer RoboCop with a different person. It was, I mean, the graphics and stuff were cool. Acting was terrible. Storyline was terrible. I liked the updated, graphics and computer and the CGI and all that, but the story was horrible. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do another remake, or yeah, they may. Yeah, I wouldn't even rent it for $1. It was not very good. Watched it. A lot of the times those remakes are just horrible. I know they did, what was it, Total Recall. They did that one. Remade that one a couple years ago. That was not very good. They're remaking Running Man. That's not going to be as good. They're doing RoboCop. They're doing a live action Voltron. What else? There was a couple other ones they're remaking or rebooting some of these ones, and some of them it's just terrible. I know they're doing another Mortal Kombat 2 now, because the original the remake of Mortal Kombat was okay. Hi, Ziggy. Ziggy, come on. Hi, Zig. What you doing? What, you just want something? Ziggy. Yeah, they're just coming out here, hanging. They got the food. Go on, get your food. They've had a few remakes. Almost all the remakes have been horrible. I haven't really seen a remake that was any good. I know they did the Karate Kid remake with Jackie Chan, and if you actually saw Karate Kid Legends, that was horrible. Didn't care for that one. That one was a tie-in between the original and then the remake, and it's bad. What else? There's been a couple other remakes. I know they're mostly doing it for the money, but give me the old version. It was okay. I don't know. Believe it or not, I don't know if I don't think I watched all of it. I watched Legends. That was not very good. I don't know why they even bothered. People were barely in it. I think they were just cashing in on the whole Cobra Kai tie-in thing. But yeah, it was all right. I don't know. There's been a few one. Yeah, I watched was it 4? I think it was either 4 or 5 seasons. It was a really good. It was a really good show. The last 2 seasons were kind of little bit much. Nah, he didn't really. And the good thing about that was they brought back pretty much everybody from all the movies. They brought back from part 1, part 2. I think they even did bring in 3. They didn't bring in the girl, thankfully. I don't know what that had to do with anything. But yeah, it was kind of like a new generation thing. Now, that was kind of like a I don't know, mistake, or see, I think they offered it to her, but she turned it. Yeah, Elizabeth Shue was in it. They even brought in some other people that you wouldn't even expect. They brought that girl in from they brought Elizabeth Berkley in from Head of the Class, or not, from Saved by the Bell. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, why are they bringing her in there? I guess it was like, win a role on Cobra Kai. So they brought her in there. And they brought Elizabeth Shue back. They brought back Chozen, and then they brought back Kumakai, I guess it was from part 2. And yeah, they just brought pretty much they brought back Silver. Yeah, that was not very good. I would not. I mean, if you're bored, maybe you could watch it, but not my choice. Not, I don't know. Cobra Kai is a good watch though. If you want to invest a little bit of time, you can binge watch it. And there's like a couple of seasons. Yeah, a couple of seasons. But like I said, last 2 seasons were a little bit far fetched. And I don't know. It definitely, yeah. Some of it they wrapped it up. You know, some people, and then they were talking about alternate endings, but I don't see that's going to happen. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to actually have another. They may do some sort of a spin-off. I don't know. But it's more, the Cobra Kai is more about the kids and the new generation. So, a lot more fighting though. That one was decent. I'm trying to think if there's some other other series you can watch, other things you can watch. What else? Trying to go back and watch some of the other stuff. Haven't seen some of them. I was trying to see some of the new movies that are coming out. Still waiting for Spinal Tap to come out. That's not out for another couple weeks. Still waiting for that one. Spinal Tap 2. And what else? Oh, I don't know. Every once in a while I see some new movies and some new stuff. And some of them look kind of interesting and some of them don't. Well, there are other alternatives. They've got a lot of free options you can do. I know they've got Crackle and a bunch of different free services that you could watch. They used to have a trial. Yeah, Tubi. There's another one, if you actually download it, it's called Cinema V2. So you can download that one. That gets a lot of different options. And then they've got Tubi, Crackle. There are some other ones. So a lot of them actually are on YouTube, believe it or not. Some of the older movies are actually on YouTube as free. Some of the ones that some way old ones. And then they have another site, I think it's called Daily Motion. You can get some stuff like that. But yeah, if you paid for everything, yeah, Freevee, a lot of different ones. Yeah, some of the ones are older ones. Some of them, though, you do have to do like watch a lot of ads. Some of them have actually I did one, I downloaded it, and something about you have to watch a bunch of ads and get tokens to I remember that was a terrible terrible one with the robot. Yeah, I did not care. That was so stupid, because she was a girl robot and that was dumb. What was I trying to watch? Yeah, Vicky the Robot. I was trying to watch the one called Unhappily Ever After. It was like a ripoff of Married with Children. I was trying to watch some of those episodes. Guy talked to the bunny. Basically, it was a remake of Married with Children. I mean, it was the same thing. He was divorced, but he had the wisecracking wife, and the daughter and the son, and he talked to a bunny in the basement. Yeah, Pluto TV, that's another one too. So there are free services available that you can watch some. But yeah, if you paid for the Netflix and Hulu and Disney and Paramount and all these other ones, you can rack up a pretty big bill for all that stuff available. What was in the Peacock? That's the other one. There's a pay for it. I don't know, but yeah, there are some available. You can get free streaming movies. A lot of them you do have to watch ads. Especially some of the older ones are available for free, like you said, on YouTube. So it just depends on, I guess, what your preference is. I've been watching, like I said, I've been trying back and watch some of the older series. Next one I want to go through. I watched it a little while ago. I want to watch one called Eastbound and Down. Same guy from Vice Principals. Kind of tongue-in-cheek. So I did watch that one. There was a couple other series and episodes and stuff like that back from a little while ago. What did I watch? Just watched one called Halt and Catch Fire. That one's actually pretty good. Yeah, because I just watched the one called Vice Principal that had Danny McBride. Kind of similar comedy. He was a vice principal at a school. Exactly. Diablo and sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Make it snappy. I'm in a goddamn hurry. What's the matter, Sheriff? Chasing somebody? Somebody chasing you? Ain't nobody chasing me, boy. Yeah, Eastbound and Down. Classic one. Vice Principal. He did a couple other ones. And he's got a unique brand of humor. Yeah. Woo, Sheriff. Thank you, nice lady. One of my favorites. I'm sorry, I can't spare a square at all. Oh yeah, Honeymooners. What else? He was in a bunch of other ones. Classic. Not even a square. Sorry. I just don't have a spare to square. Square to spare. So yeah. Nah, no. Yeah, sometimes my mind goes in different directions. Speaking of that, my mind's starting to wander now. Then they had the one. Oh, we haven't done that since we were children. You want to play battleship? You sank my battleship. Oh yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. Sorry to see that one go, but yeah, I used to like watching that. They had a way big long break though between episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. There was like a 10-year gap. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Yeah. What was I watching? Something they were showing like the best of Seinfeld. Serenity now, serenity now. Yeah, classic one. I watch that occasionally in reruns. Yeah, a lot of classic ones from that. So what else? Yeah, Seinfeld. There were a couple other ones that some of them were in that were okay. Some of them didn't last very long. Can't get into some of those other ones though. I don't know. Some of the people. Classic stuff. And if you were a regular of watching Seinfeld, you know about Curb Your Enthusiasm. I kind of, well, the ending was kind of cool. I watched you. You know what? I started watching that one. There was a lot of them that I didn't see. I kind of remember the beginning ones, and then kind of stopped watching it when it was originally on. I think I went back and watched some of the other ones that I'd missed. The later ones when he moved into a whole different a job and all that stuff, and then it just kind of went away. Yeah, Festivus for the rest of us. Like I said, some of you guys, yeah, weren't even here when some of you guys weren't here earlier. No, we were talking about all this stuff. I picked this one up today. Well, the other day. This one, yeah, I had to get this one. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Give the governor a harumph. Harumph, 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 harumph. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, this is cool. I got it from a place called T Public. They were having a sale. And I picked up this one too. I like the graphics on this one. For the quickening. Music by Queen. So yeah, that's what I got from them. They were having a sale. I think they were like $16. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, definitely check out the original Highlander. Don't bother with 2. That was terrible. 3 was kind of like a remake. 4, yeah. The source was terrible, so don't try that one. Yeah. The series was actually pretty good too, the Highlander series. But the movie is my favorite. So yeah, like I said, they were having a sale, so like I said, I picked up Just a couple of them because I thought they were cool and I wanted to get the harumph. Mel Brooks classic. Um, you got to protect our phony baloney jobs. Give the governor harumph. Yeah, classic. They had a lot of other ones like Mongo and uh, somebody's got to go back and get a whole load of dimes. So yeah, buggerers, muggers, thieves. All that. I don't remember all the whole quote. Yeah, Highlander 1, the best one. The other one's terrible. Highlander 2, they tried to fix it. It's terrible. Don't even bother. There's like 3 different versions of it, and all of them sucked. I know originally it was called Highlander 2, The Quickening, and then it was Highlander, the director's cut. And they tried to change the storyline and say they weren't aliens from another planet, they were from the future. It's like, this sucked. And then 3 was basically a remake of 1. It was okay. I think part of it is they waited too long to do a remake or to do a new one, and it was okay. I think he just kind of walked through it. I think it should have been a little more of a story. I mean, it didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really do. In the original one, I know he was playing the tournament to get the money to save his mom's house, and then this one, I don't know. It was just kind of like his comeback. It was all right. If you didn't watch it, you didn't miss much. It's an okay watch. There were some funny parts to it, but yeah, for the most part, it was all right. I wouldn't go out of my way to see it. I definitely wouldn't go into the theaters and watch it, but it is what it is. They had some funny jokes. I think part of it is that too much time went by and most of the people weren't around anymore. Yeah, I am waiting. I am waiting for the new Spinal Tap movie. I have a feeling though it's gonna be a little bit hard to watch because they got so much older. And I've seen clips and previews and trailers for it. I don't know. It's just not the same. Like I said, I was watching that one with Peter Weller in it. It's like, dang, that guy got old. So I have hopes for it, but I actually watched one. I had a VHS of it a little while ago called The Return of Spinal Tap. Basically, it wasn't a documentary. It was just kind of like Spinal Tap in concert type of movie. They just did songs and stuff like that. It wasn't quite the same as the first one. I know that came out several years after the original, so it wasn't really a sequel. It was just kind of like an additional concert thing. Yeah, John Candy. I had a lot of different ones. Spaceballs. Some of the later ones were not as great. Canadian Bacon was okay. What was that other one he did? The Wagons East. That was one of his last ones. That was terrible. But yeah, the original ones: Summer Rental, Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. What else? He did a couple other ones. Blues Brothers, he was in that. Great Outdoors, yeah, that was okay. What else? He did a couple other. He had bits and pieces in them, but Yeah, the originals, were pretty funny. Spaceballs, especially. Stripes, yeah. That was cool. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't know. I guess seeing those in the theater would be kind of cool. Um, Stripes. I remember that. Watching that from way back when. He had a pretty good library. Funny stuff. What was the one I just watched? Armed and Dangerous. that was actually pretty funny. He played the security. Hadn't seen that one for a little while. I forgot about it. Yeah, once in a while they have like marathons or some of the ones from the old one. The other one, what did I watch? Delirious. Believe it or not. That's an underrated one. Did all the different disguises. I've seen that one. Who's Harry Crumb? That's the other one. That was the other one. Who's Harry Crumb? That one's I was watching that one. He's a detective and going undercover. Doing all the crazy disguises. Hey, Matt. Yeah, definitely. Bombay, what is it? Bombay air conditioning. I mean, that was a crazy one. Anyway. Yeah, there's a bunch of ones that he had that were still kind of good. Some of them were a lot of them were really underrated. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. There was a bunch of he was big back in the day. Sorry to see that, he passed away a little bit young, but I, you know, we got a bunch of movies to watch from him. Yeah, there's a couple other ones with some of these other ones. A lot of them are, like I said, a lot of them are underrated. Some of them you forget about them. Some of them weren't very popular. They were like lesser known. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't watched that one for a little while. I did watch the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and what did I? Trying to remember some of the other ones with him. I'm trying to know. But we'll see. Those aren't pillows. How about them Bears? Yeah, hell of a game. Hell of a game. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of the old classics back in the day. Some of them I haven't watched for a little while. I was trying to watch some of the other old time ones with some of the. Yeah, probably. Really? Yeah. See, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I just watch them. Pretty much watch them streaming now. occasionally I'll watch them online on cable or whatever. But some of them I haven't seen for a little while. Okay, well, there you go. I had some regular DVDs. I never had a Blu-ray. I never had a I don't have a gaming system. I don't even have a computer. They don't hardly do computers with DVDs anymore. Definitely no Blu-rays, but yeah, I don't have a special DVD player or a home theater system or anything like that. I know they can get really elaborate. A lot of people like to build their DVD collections and their Blu-ray and all that fun stuff, but yeah, every once in a while I'll go and watch some stuff. What was I watching? Yeah, but I don't do that. What was I watching? One that I hadn't seen for a while was actually very underrated. It was back from the 80s. Um, was Robin of Sherwood. I was watching that one. That was originally from Showtime back in the 80s. I was going back and watching that one. Unfortunately, it was only like 3 seasons, so those were actually a little bit ahead of their time. I know they did a lot of Robin Hood remakes and newer movies, and they even did a Robin Hood series, which was kind of sucky. But I hadn't seen that one for a little while. I went back and watched a couple of those. What else? Old stuff that I've been kind of keeping an eye on. Dude, it's kind of tough. Aladdin was good. Believe it or not, the one that I actually Miss Doubtfire was good. The one that I actually like that a lot of people don't really think about was called The World According to Garp. I know that was kind of like a serious movie, but that one was actually pretty good. Yeah, I never watched that one. I don't know that I want to get into that kind of dark thing. And what dreams may come. That was okay. It was very visual. That was cool. I know it was just it's kind of hard to go back and watch that though. Now knowing what happened. Good Will Hunting, Patch Adams. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some of them are just they're really tough to go back and watch. Especially since the whole dreams may come when it's about the dying and the afterlife and all that. And some of them you really just can't watch if you know why he died and what happened and all that. So it's like yeah, don't. I mean, it was an okay movie. It's just really tough to go back and watch it sometimes. So I liked a little bit more the lighthearted ones. Best of Times, yes. Popeye, I forgot about that one. I even saw now they got one. I don't know. It's called Popeye's Revenge. It's like a horror movie. All right, Ryan, have a good one. But yeah, he did quite a few. Was it Fisher King? That was another one of his. Was good. I'm trying to remember some of the bunch of that he did. Some of them were very strange. Usually he's got a lot of strange movies. Toys. That was another one that was strange. You know what? I think I told this story a while ago. I actually briefly saw Robin Williams back in, I think it was like 73 or 5 or something like that. Nothing really. I'm having a drink tonight. I'm having a C4 lemonade. Yeah, this one, when I saw him, it was at the time when Mork and Mindy had basically just started. Yeah, it was very strange because yeah, because what he did was he did a personal appearance, and he came in a helicopter, and he was at like this stadium, and he came out and he landed in the yeah, he landed in the stadium. He came out, he's nanu nanu, and then he just said a couple of things, and then he got in his helicopter and took off. But he was actually live. He showed up in front of everybody because they were doing a back in the '70s. They were doing the March of Dimes, the walkathon. That was a thing that everybody did. You got pledges, and then you used to walk so much, and they sponsored you, and then they donated to the March of Dimes. And he was one that would show up at certain locations, and I guess he flew in with his helicopter and went to all the different locations and said hello. Yeah, some of them. But yeah, this one's limited edition C4 lemonade. That's what I've been drinking tonight. And like I said, there's a lot of other things that I ended up getting. Got some other drinks from other places and some chips as well. I kind of liking the chips. So I don't know if they're going to be. I don't know if they're in the stores or not. Like I said, I found a lot of stuff online. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, he's another kind of underrated, and unfortunately, when they pass away, I like watching their movies, but sometimes it's a little bit tough to go back and watch. I don't know. I did see something about Wendy's is going to have a new thing hitting. I think new tenders and sauces. They're revamping the sauce. I know Popeyes did that. They revamped their wings, made it different, and then they got rubs, and the base is a little different. It's not as hot, so they got that. McDonald's is coming out with a new sauce in a couple of days, limited edition. So yeah, there are things coming out. Definitely keep an eye out. I haven't really heard anything about the deals or anything like that. They're still promoting. I haven't been back to Wendy's to get the meal of misfortune, so maybe I'll check that out. Yeah, the biggest burger. I don't know. I guess that's a tie between the ones that I made myself. I did the Wendy's when I made a 6 patty. Basically, put two triples together. I made a 6 one, and I did do a fat burger 6 patty burger. That was insane. So that was like 3 pound. That was a 3 pound burger. That was crazy. Yeah, basically it kind of was. What I did is I basically took two triples and I put them together and made it a 6 patty, because they will not do the multi multi patty ones anymore. So I mean, you have to do it yourself. But yeah, I made it. I called it the Sexinator. I did that a couple years ago, I think. 6 patties. Instead of the Baconator, it was a Sexinator. I did make a 10, what did I do? A 10 patty cheeseburger from McDonald's. That was when they were doing the specials for the cheeseburgers, but now they're yeah, you can go check it out. I think it's one of those I think it might have either been the Bold and the Drewsfoodreviews. I think one of those versions that I did. I made called it the Sexinator. 6 patties, 6. Yeah, you know what? I did one Five Guys burger challenge. I have not been since. Yeah, I've heard it. Like I'm not planning on going to Vegas. I'm not planning to go to the Heart Attack Grill. I've heard about it. I've seen it, and that's the whole thing. It's a touristy trap thing. So I don't know. But what did I see? Yeah, Five Guys can get pricey. I think when I did several years ago, I think I paid like $15 for a double. Yeah, the only thing is, if you read the fine print, you only get the one patty. You can't get anything bigger if you go for the free one. You only get the single patty burger. I know and then all the fat fries and the large shakes and all that. It's a gimmick. And they have the thing with where you have to have a robe, and if you don't finish your food, you get spanked. That's just it's a whole touristy thing. I know they're mostly it's a gimmick. I mean, I don't know that I'd go out of my way. If I was in Vegas, I would go, but I'm not planning on going to Vegas anytime soon. Too expensive right now. Yeah. So, it's a novel idea. It's kind of cool, but nah. Anyways, I remember a long time ago, there was a place near here. It was called the Railroad Station. And this was probably like, what, 70s, maybe early 80s. And it was like it was made like a railroad depot. And the thing about that one was when you walked in, no. When you walked in on a scale. And based on how much you weighed was how much you had to pay. So you stepped on the scale, and if you were like really light, you paid like, I don't know, $4 or $5. The more, and then like there was a certain range, like after that, adults, so it was like $7 or something. And then they did away with that, I guess. That was a little bit controversial. I don't think people wanted to have to pay based on their weight. So then they just had a flat rate that, like kids were so much, teenagers were so much, adults were so much. I don't know about Walmart. I remember Kmart. They had a grill, and then they had the front where they had the chopped ham sandwiches and the sub sandwiches, and they were always on special. They did the blue light special. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I've tried. I remember they, while back, they had the Taco Bell chips in different salt sauces. It was like Diablo, Fire, Mild. I think I've tried pretty much all of those. I don't know that Taco Bell had a chip per se. What is it? Reaper Ranch, that was another one. I did try that a while back. That was actually pretty good. I've tried a lot of different Doritos, and then late night ones, sizzling cheeseburger, loaded tacos. There are some new ones by Lay's. I still gotta find those. Yeah, we had a Kmart right down the road. Been many years since they closed it. That was different. I don't even like going to Walmart though anymore. Stay away. Safer. Yeah, I guess you can make your own if you really wanted to. Just have to grill up some taco meat, put it on a bun, put your cheese sauce and your lettuce and your tomatoes. Basically, it's a sloppy Joe taco style. So yeah, I mean, you can make your own at home. You just have to grill up. They have the Taco Bell seasoning, and then you could put cheddar cheese sauce, and then you could put lettuce and tomatoes, and then you could put salsa on it, I guess, if you really wanted to. Make your own bell beefer. Like I said, not too different from a sloppy Joe, really. Yeah, mine's what is it? Furniture store. It's a part furniture store, part auto mechanic. That's what they turned it into. Think outside the bun. Yeah, and then what was it? They also had I think I need a bigger box. Forgot about Yo Quiero Taco Bell. Yeah, that one. Really? Yeah, I don't know. Been gone many years around here. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if my Walmart goes away. It's kind of not a very good location. Actually, I don't go there anymore. I go online and have the things sent. Because going to the Walmart's not a fun experience like it used to be. It's kind of iffy lately. So I just try to keep away. Even my Target, and my Walmart are like pretty close together. So. Yeah, I don't know. We got what, like two Taco Bells. Yeah, I got a Target here in town, and it's like, yeah, I don't really care for that one. But I'm kind of staying away from all the big box stores. Too much hassle, messy. Too many soccer moms. Nope, haven't heard of that one. They're opening. They've been opening for many years. A place called H Mart, which is like a Korean superstore. They're still working on it. It's been like several years, and they keep talking about opening it. I don't know when. But yeah, H Mart is gonna be the new one. So we do have a Trader Joe's right down the street. I haven't been for a little while. Yeah. We got the one Target, man. That's all the soccer moms, big time. Always being up there. Kids and everything, strollers and everything. It's like kind of like a super Target. Target Greatland is what it's called. Don't go there during back to school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they've been opening one for here for about 2 years, so I haven't heard anything about progress. I don't know when and if they're gonna open it. So I don't know that I've heard that's the plan, but you never know. Things get delayed. Took them like 5 years to build my Chick-fil-A. We're fighting with the zoning laws, and then that finally got built, but it took them about 5 years to get the land ordinance approved, and then they finally broke ground and finally put it up. I know there for many years they kept saying this is going to be a future site of Chick-fil-A, and nothing ever happened. So I think that's what happens sometimes. These things get stalled out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to keep some eye open for some of these new places that are opening. Some of the ones I want to get to before they close. Sometimes things close and you never know it. I was like, wait a minute, that one closed? Bummer. So yeah, there were a couple that I wanted to go to, but I ended up hearing they closed. How hot? We're in the like 80s. Last couple of days, it's been like in the 80s, like high 80s. So it's going to be that way for the next week or so, like high 80s, mid 80s. No rain, just a little bit of hot. We had a couple of days where it was above 90, it was like 100. We're still still a little bit warm. I don't know if we're going to get a little bit hot. I'm thinking maybe more towards the end of August. It tends to get a little bit hot, so we still got a little ways to go before maybe it'll start cooling down. Maybe September will get a little bit cooler. I don't know, in October it'll start cooling down. And they've already, it's already officially pumpkin spice season, so I heard Starbucks just put out their pumpkin spice latte, so now you know it's official. Can't get away from it. Pumpkin spice is here. Yikes, and they've already, like I said, they've already started doing it. If you guys saw, I did the one the other day, the bad apple from Monster. No. A few cousins, but that's about it. No nieces, no nephews. No, no Uncle Elroy. No Aunt Sugar. Come on down to Elroy. Uncle Elroy. Hey, nephew. Just cracking up on that one. No day. So anyways, yeah. That was a fun series. I'm waiting for the next movie to come out. Well, we got a few of those. Well, mom and pop stuff. Yeah, my mom's still around. But anyway, let's see what else. Trying to think if there's anything new or interesting coming out, or any. I haven't heard too much. Like I said, things are going to be coming out soon in the next week or so. McDonald's, Wendy's, I think is coming out with some stuff. Burger King supposedly has their new Whopper, but I don't think it hits here for a couple of days. So some places get it a little bit early. Mom's still around. Pop's no longer here. So yeah, it's okay. Let's see what else. Trying to think. Been hearing about a lot of new releases. A lot of times, they're getting into the winter and pumpkin spice and certain ones that I've been hearing bits and pieces about. New drinks, new chips, new stuff like that. So just keeping my eye out. Sometimes it's going to take a little while for it to hit my stores, but I'm always on the lookout for interesting things. Like I said, I went online and picked up a few things. Actually sent away for one. Kind of sad that they were missing one particular one. I was going to get the new set of it, but I went online to their official site, and apparently they did a release a little while ago, and I guess it sold out. You can pre-order the set, but it was like insanely expensive. I mean, you got a lot of cool stuff with it, a lot of perks, a lot of that stuff, but they wanted way too much for the item and for the shipping. It would have been cool, but yeah, it's way, 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 way overpriced. And I was able to find some of that stuff individually for a lot cheaper. So, yeah, especially, and then what was the other one I was going to get for the new Oreo? The Oreo peanut butter cups. But the website, the Oreo, Hershey's.com wanted $35. Red Lightning. Yeah, I think I've actually the ones that makes the bang. No, that's Red Con. I don't know if I've seen Red Lightning. I did find some other. I got it somewhere. I don't know where I did with it, but I had some weird ones that I had. And I did pick up a few. I picked up a few ones earlier. I showed it. Some of you guys weren't here when I showed you what I actually got from this one. They were just random stuff here. This one's an import. So Red Bull Fruit Punch, an import. I think it's from Thailand or China. I'm not sure which. But it's a Red Bull and a sea fruit punch. Pineapple and orange, I guess. It's a Red Bull. And this one was kind of cool because this kind of ties into my the poll that I put up about what's your favorite cream soda. This one is Shonen. This one's berry lemon cream soda. Apparently this was the last one the store had. No artificial colors. So yeah, berry lemon cream soda. Different. And then I had, still have this one. This is a Pepsi import from Japan. I don't know what's different to that, but it's Pepsi Ultimate or something, I think it's called. I have to double check on that one. And then what else did I get? Found this one. No, I haven't really, per se, I haven't heard of it. I know I got some that were, I don't remember the name of them, but this one's banana milk. Kind of cool. And then this one's going to be the interesting one. This is durian cider. You can see that one. The durian fruit. It's supposed to be the stinky fruit, I guess. It's called Tamamasu in. So that's what I got from them. Just like I said, some interesting drinks, imported ones. Some of them were on sale, only a couple bucks. So I wanted to try those. So that one was kind of interesting. Yeah. Anyways, always get some different imported ones, things from other countries. I don't know. I know they got Mountain Dew hard cider, and then they've got I think there was a couple other ones that were hard versions of them, but I have not seen them. What did I see the new one now? I'm not a big fan of it, but it was Jack Daniel's Blackberry. So I did see that. What else did I see? Oh, the one I want to find. Actually, I have to see if I can find it. I saw a thing, sour apple fireball. So that's the cinnamon flavored alcohol, but apparently with a sour apple additive. I just saw that that's coming out. I don't know if it's even in my stores. I might have to go take a look and see. But that's what I heard. As long as the alcoholic line, they've got a lot of different stuff like that, beers and whatnot. So not really up to date on all that stuff. I know they did. I think I still have 3 cans of the Jack Daniels and Coke. That was a little strong. I think they have Jack Daniels and Cherry Coke too that I haven't tried. They're kind of expensive though. For like $4, it was like $15 for 4 cans. So I'm not a big drinker, so don't really keep an eye on all that too often. But I guess if you were into that, what did I see something about? They are discontinuing the White Claw, so you can't get White Claw anymore. They're not making it anymore. I think that's what I saw. I don't know, maybe it was a certain brand of it. I know they got rid of Zima. Remember Zima? The malt beverages. They had the Zima commercials all the time. The guy was always doing, hey, the Zima guy with the hat. Thought he was all cool. Drink a nice frosted Zima. That kind of like hey, Topo. Kind of went along the lines of the wine coolers, Henry Weinhard's, and Bartles and James, Seagrams. Those were like big back in the 80s, I think. I remember the Seagram's wine coolers, Bartles and James wine coolers. Cool. So far, it's good. Always good to score free pizza. I guess you use some points or got a coupon or something like that. Yeah, no pizza for me tonight. Although, if you want to, you can watch the Papa John's 5 cheese garlic crust pizza. I don't know. But yeah, the wine coolers were all a big rage back in the early 80s. I remember that. Bartles and James. Seagram's. I think they even had some of the other one. Gallo, maybe. They still make them, but you hardly see them anymore. Believe it or not, I have some in a can. Bartles and James in a can. And they've got different flavors. But I remember the bottled wine coolers were like all the rage back when I was in like high school. And everybody was like, cool, dude, we're going to score some wine coolers. Get a Bartles and James or a Seagram's with a fruit punch and berry punch and all that stuff. They were like, what, 2% or something? Like, ridiculous. But yeah, kids were like, you know, the younger kids were like, cool, man, we got wine coolers. We're going to have a party. So, yeah, it was, I guess that was the fad back in the day. But, you know, no one hardly does wine coolers anymore. At least at parties. Or non-alcoholic beer, near beer. What was that one? That one friend had a bottle of non-alcoholic wine, and he swore that it had alcohol in it. He was getting wasted. It's like, dude, there's no alcohol in this. No, I swear, man, it's got alcohol. No alcohol. Got more alcohol in a wipe. Or vanilla. But what was it? O'Doul's, I think, was the other one. For all the great taste of the beer without the alcoholic effects. So you want to drink a crappy beer tasting, but don't want to have the alcohol? Go for it. I remember that back in the day. Yeah, it was like, I guess it was all the rage, but now it's like nothing. No one's into that. I guess there's no big parties anymore. I just remember they talk about beer and wine coolers and, you know, mixed drinks back when I was younger. But you know, I don't hear much anymore. I don't know. Never was really into the party, but some people were. That was like their whole Saturday night. You know, they got all their stuff in. It's like, cool, dude. Got some wine coolers. We scored. Then they had where you can basically make your own wine coolers. Just get a bottle of wine and get some Sprite or fruit punch, or you can mix it with like Hawaiian punch or 7-Up, I guess. If you wanted to do that. That was the homemade wine coolers. I remember that. But it's been many years since that happened. So I don't know. I think they still might have occasionally. I think I've seen Seagram's, but yeah, Zima's gone. A lot of stuff actually has disappeared. So unfortunately, you can still find some stuff out there, different kind of beers and all that stuff. So let's see what else. I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting lately. I haven't really run into anything, but if I do, I'll let you guys know. And I'm still kind of on the lookout for some of these new products and some of the new things out there. If you haven't, go ahead and take the newest poll about what's your favorite type of cream soda. Let's see, a couple of reviews that are coming up. Got some more stuff coming out throughout the next couple of days, so you can keep an eye on those. Yeah, so I'm just till then, you guys can watch all the regular videos, check everything out, take part in the polls, and just hang out when I go live again. I'll be back on Friday, so you can check that out. Thought I'd just come on here, chat with you guys for a little while, share a little bit of fun, and see what you guys were up to. I know I'm kind of all over the place with the times anyways, but tried to get on a little early tonight, so some of the people were available, but I know it's kind of like different because it's East Coast, it's way late, so almost 11. So yeah, we're talking. Yeah, like way early on the what? Way early on the East Coast. If you're there, you're probably already asleep, and that's why everybody's, oh, dude, you go down too late. Forget that I'm on the West Coast time, so it's fairly early here. So let's see. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on the stuff that's coming out, and when I find new stuff, I'll let you guys know, and do some reviews for it. I'm trying to remember what's coming up for tonight's review. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what it is. You should probably enjoy that one. And then weekend, I'm still working on stuff for the weekend coming up, and all that fun stuff. So you'll be seeing that. Other than that, hope you guys been enjoying all the reviews, all the polls, and all that fun stuff. And like I said, I try to mix it up and give you guys different stuff to watch. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I think for now, I think that's good. I've been on almost 2 hours, so I think it's about time to wrap it up and head on out of here. So I do appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, being part of the channel, leaving comments, and chatting with me whenever you can. Always appreciated. Always good to see all the people here, some of the regulars, some of the new people stopping in and saying hi. Appreciate it. So other than that, I think that's a good one for tonight. I hope you guys have a good week. Stay cool if it's hot where you are. It's been a little bit warm here, so definitely want to find something to keep cooled off, I guess. Like I said, I've been trying to keep cool with what did I get? Some Fanta and some other drinks and stuff to keep myself hydrated and all that. Lots of ice. So anyways, guys, have a good week. Take it easy. Find something good to watch. Find something good to eat. And I will see you guys on Friday. Hope you have a good week. And find something good to eat. I don't know, Domino's or anything out there, whatever you find. But appreciate it, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to head on out. And I will see you Friday night. And I'm going to try and go on fairly early. So thanks for dropping in. Thanks for being part of the chat. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Have a good night, and I'll catch you later. All right. Good night, everybody.